bad. Felicia, can you just say your name for me and say you're from the studio?
Sure. Felicia Wong with Summit Entertainment.
Anytime you're ready.
Great. So first of all, why should people see this film?
Why should people see this film? You know why? I would say because this is my best work to date. I feel like I've gotten bigger, I've gotten better, and I feel like it's because of my maturity, you know, within the comedian or comedic business.
Okay.
You know, I'm an open book to my fans, to the public. I put my life out there, you know, to be judged and to be laughed at. And I think the level of respect has grown because people see that I'm real and it's not a gimmick, it's not a character. This is really who I am.
Okay, and kind of in that same vein, who were some of your comedy inspirations while you were growing up?
Who were some of my comedy inspirations? There's so many. Pryor, Cosby, Murphy, Chappelle, big fan of George Carlin, Red Fox, Robin Harris.
Okay.
You know, that's just to name a few.
Okay, and then so how was this experience? How was the experience making this film different from making Laugh at My Pain?
How was the experience of making this film different from making Laugh at My Pain? Well, Laugh at My Pain was about family. You know, Laugh at My Pain was about, you know, me going home and showing my fans where I was from, where I was born, where I was raised, and literally talking about the things that bothered me the most that I had locked up for some time, from my mom passing away, from my dad being on drugs, just my relationship with my family in general. These are all things that I talked about, you know. Well, let me explain. I'm explaining what it seemed to be deemed as opinions from others, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Your fans have a funny way of saying things or thinking things and assuming that these things are true because they've heard it or they thought about it. Let Me Explain is me setting the record straight about my life and where it is and where I stand. You know, you can believe what comes out of the horse's mouth. You get to hear this horse speak directly to you. So that's what Let Me Explain pretty much is, and that's why it's different.
What joke didn't make it into the film?
They all made it.
Oh.
All of my jokes made it into the film. That is a
Fantastic.
solid set from start to finish. I cut nothing out.
Amazing. So what topics will you not talk about in your act and why?
I talked about this a couple times today. I don't deal with politics, and I don't deal with you know, any jokes towards the gay community. Reason why, I mean, I just think the backlash from those things are so severe. So I would rather not play, you know, in that ballpark at all.
Okay.
So that's about it. That's the only thing that I don't talk about.
Okay, and what makes you laugh?
Makes me laugh, man. My kids, my son. My son is the funniest guy ever. My daughter is me with a lot of hair. I don't think you can ask for a better you know, a better funny bone than two kids. My babies love me to death, and I think it's the same vice versa. So that's probably it. My kids making me laugh.
Okay, and if you could give one piece of advice to aspiring comedians, what would it be?
Take your bruises well. You're gonna go through a lot of bumps along the road, but it's all worth it because the end of that road is amazing. Once you look back and see how hard you work to get to where you eventually can be, it makes it all worth it.
Okay, and Let Me Explain is releasing out in theaters on July 3rd, which is also your birthday.
July 6th is my birthday. But
okay.
Don't blame me, blame Wikipedia. I promise. It's Wikipedia.
All right. So what are you gonna celebrate? Like, how are you gonna celebrate your birthday?
I'm gonna be in New Orleans. I'm gonna celebrate by doing pop-ups at random movie theaters, treating fans to my movie and popcorn.
Okay. And then my last question is: now that you've played at Madison Square Garden, you've hosted SNL and the MTV Music Video Awards. What's next for you?
Well, of course, Let Me Explain is coming out. After Let Me Explain, got a movie coming out called Grudge Match, starring Robert De Niro, Sylvester Stallone.
Oh, wow. Good company.
Thank you. Got another movie coming out called Ride Along. Got another movie coming out called About Last Night.
So this is just the beginning
this is just
for Kevin
beginning.
Hart. Wow.
Yes.
Amazing.
Tons of stuff going on. Season 2, Real Husbands of Hollywood. I'm not complaining at all right now.
Yes. Thank you so much, Kevin, for your time.
Take it easy.